Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to our YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Feel free to write to me at walkwithtak@gmail.com if you have any question regarding to this video or any other video that I have posted in the past. If you have any videos that you would like me to make, please let me know. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Fried rice is probably one of the most favorite stir-fry dishes around the world. Many different parts of the world have their own version of fried rice, and the uniqueness of fried rice often represents the culture tradition of the cooking in that particular area. Now in this video, I'm going to demonstrate to you how to cook a fried rice. I'm going to cook this fried rice in my Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok. Now, many people do not like stainless steel wok because they said they cannot season it properly to create a non-stick cook surface. But obviously this is not true. Use my spot seasoning method. You can easily season a stainless steel wok to give it a non-stick cook surface. All you have to do is heat up the wok until it starts to smoke gently, and then you let it to smoke for about 15 seconds before you add the food ingredients to the wok. In this case, I'm going to add some rice. This is jasmine rice. They are pre-cooked, and I have stored them in the refrigerator for about 48 hours before using them to make fried rice. And that is really important because this will dry out the rice so that they will not stick and burn to the surface of the wok. Now, to pick up the fried rice, I use a tool known as a hamburger meat masher, which is really a tool designed to break up hamburger meat. For example, when you're making spaghetti sauce or making chili, and it works really well. Now, while I'm doing this, I turn the heat down to low because I'm not moving the rice. If I leave the heat on high, it will burn the rice. Now, I'm going to move into my wok spatula. I turn the heat back to high because as long as you are moving the food ingredients in the wok, you really don't have to worry about it from burning. Well, unless you are cooking on a burner that gives 100,000 BTU. In this case, you better stir really fast. Now, one thing you notice that there's nothing stick to the bottom of the wok, which demonstrates that you can season a stainless steel wok and give it good result. And next, I'm going to add a little bit oil to the surface of the wok. I move the rice out of it and create a well in the middle. Now what I'm doing is that I'm adding the egg to the rice. Now the way how I add the egg is very different from the other way that I cook the egg when I make fried rice. In this case, I'm going to add the egg. I'll let the egg just fry a very brief period. And then I'm going to put a bit of salt to season the egg. And before the egg fully firm, I use the wok spatula to mix the egg directly with the rice. Now you notice that the rice start to turn this yellow color, and actually frequently we call this golden color. And this way to cook the fried rice is refers to as a golden fried rice, very appropriately in how you describe the color of the rice. Another way to cook the fried rice is that you fry the egg in advance, so the egg will be formed in distinct pieces. So when you eat it, you can tell the egg separately from the rice. But in this case, it is more difficult because the egg really has blend with the rice. In many ways, you use the egg to coat the rice. So they give you a very different culinary experience. Now, up to this point is the basic template of how to make the fried rice. Adding ingredients to the fried rice is really pretty much up to you. That is the beauty of fried rice. That you can almost add any ingredients that you would like, as long as the ingredients are able to cook to the texture and doneness that you would like. Now in this case, I started first with adding some king oyster mushroom. Now the reason why I add that, because I have some of that in my advanced prepping, and I would like to use it up. And the king oyster mushroom takes a little bit longer time to cook. And this is the reason I add them up as the first ingredient, because I would like to cook them a little bit longer. Now the next ingredients I'm going to add is some shrimp. Now these shrimp are started with actually large shrimp. Again, it is very important to cut them up into the right size because you do not want them to stand out. And also by cutting up into small pieces, they will cook much faster, and this will make the cooking more efficient. And then I follow by adding some roast pork. This roast pork, frequently known as char siu, is a Chinese barbecue pork that I make about a couple of weeks ago. And they freeze really well. So they are really good for adding additional protein to a fried rice dish. And I cut them up again into the small pieces that fit the overall dimension of all the pieces in the fried rice. And then this I follow by adding some frozen vegetables. Now these frozen vegetables come directly from the freezer, and it worked really well that you let it thaw out together with the fried rice. This way, actually, it will protect the texture of the vegetable and make them taste better. And usually by the time when you have everything stir-fried together, the vegetable will be thawed out just right. And this way, you will prevent them from overcook. Now, as you can see, whatever ingredients that you want to add into the fried rice pretty much depend on what you have available on hand, and also with the consideration how they will fit together. And I believe this will all fit well. Next, I'm going to add a little bit of my Wok with Tak basic seasoning mix. This will use to flavor the fried rice dish. Now, this is all the seasoning I'm going to add to the fried rice because I want the fried rice to have the natural flavor of the ingredients that I have added. The king oyster mushroom, the shrimp, the char siu, and the frozen vegetable all will have their own flavor. So when you let the natural flavor of the food ingredients to express, the best way is that to use something like my Wok with Tak basic seasoning mix. The intention is this will help to add umami flavor to the dish, and this will enhance the natural flavor of the food ingredients. I think it is important to recognize that what is a template and what is a recipe. Now, sometimes you might get a recipe on how to make a fried rice. In this case, there will be specified what kind of ingredients to use, as well as how to season the dish. Now, in this case, this is a template. There are no strict demand of what kind of ingredients that you're going to put into the fried rice. Also, there's really no strict stipulations of how the fried rice is going to be seasoned. Everything is pretty much flexible. So as you can see in here, I can substitute many of these ingredients with other type of ingredients. And this is the beauty, or is known as template-based cooking, that you do not need a recipe. Okay. The last step is that I'm going to add some chopped scallions to garnish the fried rice. Again, the reason I use that because I have it in my advanced prepping. The advanced prepping is a very, very useful technique for you to able to cook with spontaneity and intuition. A lot of time, how you construct a dish might partly be due to a particular type of ingredients that you would like to have in that dish. For example, like I like to have shrimp in it. But in this particular fried rice, all the other ingredients is basically what I have available. And so it is a lot of flexibility. And in many ways, this is the beauty of my fast cooking system. The fast cooking system with flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking give you a lot of flexibility in how you construct your dish. And the end result is that each time when you go into the kitchen, you will be able to create something new and interesting. And because of the speed in stir frying, it's very easy for you to find the type of ingredients that will allow you to cook a dish both efficiently as well as with creativity. So, as you can see in here, even with a simple fried rice, you can create many different variations. And by adjusting how you cook the egg, you can also affect the overall culinary experience of this fried rice dish. I really enjoy this fried rice dish simply because of the different ingredients that I have included in it, and which provides some really great flavor. So a fried rice can be truly excellent as long as you do not over season it. A lot of time when you go to eat in a restaurant, the fried rice they make, actually they put in a lot of seasoning, and many of the fried rice are very simple, and the only way for them to enhance the flavor of the fried rice is actually just add a lot of seasoning, a lot of soy sauce, and this will kind of mask the blandness of the fried rice. I post a video each day to help you to make home cooking as part of your daily routine. If you like to learn more about my fast cooking system and you would like to make home cooking creative, efficient, practical, and fun, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. So keep on cooking, and I will see you tomorrow.